Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of a pickles video. Hopefully I'm going to keep my promise to myself of trying to stay off retro for a little bit because it's bloody expensive at the moment and I've got adulting things to do, as I keep saying, but I keep producing more flipping pickles videos. But yeah, this is going to be the last retro for a while, I hope anyway. So it's been an expensive one, I've got to say. There's some expensive stuff in here. Sort of like I came back from the market, I had a bit of pennies in my pocket, and instead of going into savings, it went into purchasing mode. But oh well, that's what money's for, isn't it? It's supposed to be enjoyed, and that's what I'm doing. So right, what have I got? Well, first we're going to go and talk about the Black Country Game Fair that is happening tomorrow as I make this video. Hopefully I'll get this up tonight, so it makes absolute sense what I'm talking about. If not, hope you enjoyed it, because I would have loved to see you. The early bird tickets are sold out, but what's great about this event is after, I think it's at 12 o'clock, it'll be, I'll put a link down below with more information on what I can produce. But yeah, I believe it is free after 12 o'clock. After, I think it's 11 or 12 anyway. Details down below. But yeah, it's at Briley Hill at the Combat Archery Centre. And yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing my last ever stall. And then everything's going on eBay for markdown prices. If someone wants to come and buy everything off me in one go, I'll give you a good discount. But yeah, like I said, I've got adulting things to do instead of buying this retro tat, which is fantastic. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, what have I been buying? So we've bought a book. So I literally got this yesterday. I was watching David Tyler. I can't remember what his channel name is, but I'll put a link down below. Everyone should go and watch his channel. It's a great channel. It's more retro inspired, sort of like things like books, art, and games. It's mostly games, but he does he throws a lot more books in than anyone else. And yeah, he picked this up recently, and I was like, I need to have it. So I went on eBay, and it was really cheap. It was like £4.50 delivered from like World of Books or something like that. As you can see, it's got some wrinklage on the front there, but yeah, it just reminded me of like Psygnosis artwork. Before he became a dragon, he made really flipping cool artwork. I mean, it's a lost art, isn't it, really? You don't see anyone making artwork like this, and if they do, let me know who does. I would like to see more stuff like this. I love art books. I kind of went through a little phase of collecting art books and stuff like that. Unfortunately, half of that went missing when I became single, but never mind. Yeah, I still enjoy picking up the odd one or two here and there, and this one was right down my alley. So yeah, thanks for the recommendation there, Dave. Yeah, games. Is it? Well, actually, maybe one last, not quite game thing, but kind of game related. We've got a Blockbuster VHS. In fact, I'll cut that down for you, Marcus, because I know it'll make you cringe. But yeah, got a VHS, Blockbuster VHS, fantastic. Although, is it? Because look at the size of a proper VHS. So what the fuck is it? Yeah, it's a bit smaller than the VHS, but if you be kind and rewind and open it up, it's actually a switch case. This is like so much quality. This is the best thing I've ever actually purchased, like for like random tatness. So this, I was looking for cases the other day for just having like my shmups, my Switch shmups, so I can put them in the arcade just easily, so I don't have to keep pulling everything off the shelves. And yeah, I saw this, and it was like 20 quid, I think, delivered. 20 quid delivered. And yeah, it looks like a flipping Blockbuster case. Absolutely attention to detail. I don't know why they didn't make a full size one, because it would have fitted a lot more. But yeah, this is really heavy. It's, in fact, I think it's heavier than a normal VHS. But yeah, it's a really well made package. This is the stuff it comes in. And it's, yeah, you open it up, and I know people like to see packaging, but yeah, it's got really high density foam for something that you're just going to go throw away. Ooh, sorry, Pocky. It's just like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing to me? But yeah, highly recommend getting one of these. Like I say, it would be nice if it held more, but I think it's only 12 cartridges, which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. But anyway, games. Yeah, Pocky's like, what have you just done to me? Whip Rush. We're on the Mega Drive. I've skipped a generation. I'm going to have to go back again because I'm not very good at this YouTubing. Yeah, so another space shooter for the Mega Drive is horizontal shooter. One I've again just recently picked up. I wasn't really looking for buying any more games, but I still occasionally go on eBay and put stupid offers in and expect no one to accept them. However, this person did. I asked for like a quarter of the price off, and he accepted, and it's fully complete, cartridge in the right way. Yeah, one that I've sort of not really played. We never got this over in the UK. It came out in America, but just not in the UK. But yeah, I'm intrigued to play this one. I heard good average things about this. It does look all right. Quite a lot of nice little bit of scrolling. Hopefully I will put a video up. Yeah, so the generation that I skipped on is well, it's a homebrew. So does it count? It's a Verizon. Verizon. I actually don't know how you pronounce this, but yeah, Cine Steve kindly invited me over to his birthday, and there was a guy that makes all of these. I'm not too sure if he programs it. I didn't have enough time. Like when I was there, I was like so overwhelmed seeing all these people from YouTube, from the forums, from the arcade forums, loads of people I've been watching for ages, seen for the first time. And there was Scott, Sega Zombie. Great seeing Scott and everything. And yeah, and me and Dylan went over, and the guy was selling these like as a discounted price. So yeah, it comes with a thing, an overlay. It's over there. For some reason they're all a little bit scratched. I don't know if this is supposed to be. Actually, I've not actually checked if you can take it off, but I mean, for the price he did it for, it was absolute steal. And it's a great game. It's sort of like, it's like it kind of changes the modes up a little bit. I'll put a little thing up here, but it's basically a sort of like a compilation of shooters, basically, sort of like Space Invaders style, but like, yeah, it's really good fun. If you have a Vetrix, definitely recommend it. If not, just watch some videos, because it is probably one of the better ones to watch. Next up, how should we go? Right, so Super Famicom. I've not bought Super Famicom games for ages, and then a load come at once. So the only I'm not really going hard on my Super Famicom. The only subsets I'm really going after is the Capcom ones and shmups. So you're probably mostly going to see one of the two in the next year or so. But that being said, I will probably, if something's cheap enough, I might pick something up. I was very swayed to get another game recently, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna stay away and just stick to my guns of only collecting what I need. And yeah, first one up is Street Fighter 2. I can't believe I never had this. It's because basically I was expecting to get these in bundles, but the more time goes on, the more and more these seem to be going up in price. But yeah, it's a great condition. Obviously, if you're not seeing a Super Famicom game, you get all the little bump and gumph and everything like that. It just looks like a normal Super Nintendo PAL set. But yeah, like what I like about the Capcom games is they all have this like sort of like black box here that line up really well, and that's why I really can't wait to complete the Capcom subset. But yeah, Street Fighter 2, what a classic. What could be better than Street Fighter 2? But Street Fighter 2 Turbo, of course. If you're getting one, you're going to get the other. Yeah, fantastic. So was this just basically the first game but faster? I can't really remember. But yeah, I just remember playing it a lot. I think this is the first one I played. I don't think I actually played The original Street Fighter, not so much. But yeah, like I didn't realise when I bought it, it's got like a sticker on it, and it's got a bit of, I don't know if that's sticker residue or if that's taking it off the box. I think it's taking it off the box, so I need to have a look into that. But it's not too bad. It's got a dink there as well, which is a bit of a shame. I didn't notice this when I bought it on the listing, but yeah, it's all complete. Such flipping great artwork, such cool artwork. So you got like the gold and the silver box, fantastic. So what could be better than that? Well, we've got Super Street Fighter 2. Well, actually, this is one I've already got. This I bought this as a bundle of Street Fighters, and I actually have this one already. So this one is a bit of a sort of like a second one, but this is the one that everyone really played a hell of a lot of. This, we had the new characters, the new challenges. Cammy, what a character! DJ, what's the other? Fei Long, and what was the other character? Maxim. Is it Maxim? Maximo. Can't flipping know. I'm really. I should have really looked this information up before I like start professing my knowledge. But yeah, honestly, this is probably what my most played Super Nintendo game ever. I think, yeah, this or Killer Instinct, surprisingly enough. And yeah, surprisingly enough, Killer Instinct never got a Super Famicom release. Very strange. But the part of the bundle that I really wanted was just Street Fighter 02 or Alpha 2 as we know it in this territory. But yeah, wow, this is a tour de force. I mean, I don't know if I knew about this as a kid. This was a very late release. I was playing Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Saturn at the time, so this would have just been, I wouldn't have even had a SNES, I don't think. So it's a very strange release, but such a cool one for retro collectors like myself. This has always been there as a game that's really intrigued me, and what's kind of like eluded me to never being able to play this is it doesn't work on the EverDrive I've got. You have to have like very specific EverDrives to run this game, because it uses certain like graphical chips that are a lot more powerful, obviously, because this is a 32-bit game essentially, running on a 16-bit system. Yeah, I've not actually played it. I've not popped it in yet. This only came this morning. It's taken like 2 weeks plus for it to arrive, and it was only coming from the UK. It wasn't like it was coming from Japan or anything. So yeah, bit unfortunate really, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm buzzing to get this game. What does it play like? Well, I mean, I've heard mixed reviews. Some people say it's absolutely trash. Some people say it plays quite good. I'm really intrigued. The one thing that I do know is one of the few Super Nintendo games with a loading screen. When the fight starts, it sort of like freezes, like just as it goes to the start, fight now sort of thing. And yeah, so it can seem like it's crashed, what I've seen in videos. But yeah, apart from that, I think it plays quite well, and I'm looking forward to it. This is like my favorite Street Fighter, I think, like out of all the Street Fighters. I think I played Super Street Fighter 2 more than this. However, this was like playing an anime back in the day when I was playing it on the probably the PS1 and the Sega Saturn as well. Sega Saturn was the one I played it the most on. But yeah, I'm just can't wait to play this. So what can be better than that? Well, there can't be anything better Street Fighter wise, because this is all the Street Fighters now. Subset complete. Yeah, really pleased with that. So next up, is it a part of this shmup set? I don't know. I don't know. I was just looking on eBay, and I saw this come up, and I kind of got a bit giddy with the price. I paid a lot of money for this. Probably I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. I've seen since I've bought this, it has sold for like nearly double. However, it's one of them ones that like fluctuates quite a lot. And like I say, it's kind of part of a shmup set, but it's kind of also not. Anyway, stop wittering on and show it. It's flipping wild guns. So it's pretty funny. I watched 2 videos in the last week, and 2 people have picked these 2 games up. So yeah, it's funny that I had these sort of like waiting in the wings to show. But yeah, like I say, went a bit wild. This can be a stupidly expensive game. It was an expensive game, don't get me wrong. It's like probably one of my top 5 most expensive games I've ever paid for. But it's a bloody good one. It's one that I've not really played enough of. I actually have this on the PS4 and I've played that quite a lot, and I've never been able to beat it. It's bloody hard. I can't really beat it, but I'm really looking forward to playing this on original hardware, because this is great. I mean, this ticks all the boxes. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Sunset Riders, as a lot of people are, and yeah, this is sort of like got that aesthetic of Sunset Riders, sort of like cowboys. However, it's also got like a lot of mech, sort of like robot characters and stuff. Yeah, we've got a nice little bit of manualage, the cartridge and everything like that. So yeah, really pleased to get this in the set. Like I say, it's a bit of a weird one. If you've not played it before, it's sort of like if you've ever played a game called Cabal, it's sort of a bit like that. It's sort of like a rail shooter. You're basically a character at the front of the screen, and you move them left and right, and then you also control a crosshair as well, which is why it gets a bit tricky. It can get really hard, a bit confusing when it gets a bit too much. But you have like lassos, that you can lasso characters to, I think, freeze them so you can do more damage and stuff. This was absolutely a tour de force, visually very stunning, and I think it was quite late in the Super Famicom life. Well, Super Nintendo as well, lifespan, because, and I think that's why it is another quite expensive one. Again, this one I didn't realize I didn't think I was going to get this, because I didn't want to spend the money that this has been commanding. Now, this has been going over 100 quid, but fortunately I got the whole bundle for a very reasonable price, especially because I'm going to be selling this, and it's going to make it quite affordable. Whereas this is probably not affordable, but I had the money in the bank, fortunately, because of the game fair recently, and if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have bought it. It's sort of like right place, right time. But yeah, nothing more as expensive as that is going to happen for a long time, except for, like I say, adulting things. Next up, we have got the 8-bit Do mod kit for the N64. I've actually not opened this yet, so sorry Marcus, we're ad hoc in here a little bit. So what this is, yeah, it's an N64 mod kit. So basically this, you use one of your original controllers and you put this in it, and you have to do a little bit of extra stuff. It also has a thumbstick replacement, so it's more of like a modern style one, a bit more like a GameCube one. I think they're called Hall Effect or something. And then you just replace the circuitry completely with this. So yeah, it then makes your N64 controller, your original N64 controller, wireless. And such a great bit of kit, so cool. Been wanting one of these for ages. I didn't know one was coming out, and I actually bought the Switch Online one to do the same thing. But I want original. I want all the original ones. I love these 8-bit mod kits. I know this isn't original. This makes it a little bit more modern feeling, but hey, it's modern retro, isn't it? So in fact, here I have my Mega Drive one that I use. So this is actually an original Mega Drive controller, but it's been modded. Like I say, you don't need to do any soldering. You just replace the parts. So you take the original, so all you have to, as long as you can use a screwdriver, these are great bits of kit. So last thing. So this is the, is it retro, is it not? I actually bought this ages ago and I forgot to show it. and it is this bloody beautiful Death Smiles 2 arcade stick. So I actually bought this from Craig here again, and I forgot to show it. Unfortunately, the cable's a little bit frayed there, so I need to do a bit of jiggery pokey and hopefully fix it up a little bit. But this is going to be my go-to stick for playing 360 games, 360 shooters. Such a great one by Hori. Artwork is stunning. Unfortunately, no box in this one. Craig was going to try to tell me it before, and I was like, no, I wanted box ones. But then the more I thought about it, he did me a great deal in this, and I couldn't say no. So I grabbed this, and this is going to be my go-to arcade stick. So yeah, that's everything. That's all my retro for the next. I'm going to try and be 6 months. There might be a couple of like little cheapies here and there. There's a couple of games I've got my eye on that are like less than a tenner. It's like literally valueless games almost. So there might be a few trickling through. There'll be plenty of moderns still coming through because yeah, I've still got to have a bit of collecting in me, haven't I? These will always be there. The more modern stuff, I feel like you have to get it the right place, right time again to make sure that you get the good prices. But yeah, so many good games here. I can't wait to play some of these. Like they've been like top tier games that I've wanted for so long. But anyway, yeah, hopefully, I don't even know if that was a word. Hopefully, see you guys at the fair tomorrow, or I hope I saw you guys at the fair yesterday or whenever it was when you see this video. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.